Hi, welcome back to my podcast. It's whatever, right? I'm your host, Jen. Today's podcast is on time travel and space travel, I guess. But this is like a topic that I've always had an interest in, like mostly time travel, because time in general is a very interesting topic because there's no clock ticking in the universe, and time started, um, like we started calculating time after the Big Bang. I've read this article on newscience.com, and time is not absolute. Because in Einstein's general theory of relativity, a established time as a physical thing, it is part of the space-time, the gravitational field processed by massive objects, the presence of most wraps space-time with the presence of mass wraps space-time with the result that time passes more slowly close to the mass body, such as Earth. So, as in, like, closer you are to Earth, the slower it is. The higher you are to space, the faster it gets. If there I feel like if there was time traveling, um, how would like how would time traveling even work? Be able to work, because before the time machine, like would we be able to travel before the invention of the time machine? Because like, how would you be able to go back in time before the time machine was even built? Like, is that even possible? And I always had this fascination over time travel for reasons to be able to, for an example, go back in time to meet people who are gone, like Marilyn Monroe or, I don't know, Johnny Cash or something. Or even the time of the dinosaurs, because it'd be pretty cool to go back in time and see dinosaurs. And like, I know we have a whole bunch of research today on dinosaurs, but I think it'd be pretty fascinating to go back to their time and see what it was like. And I'd also would like to actually go back to my past self and give her the information I know now about my present self. Some would say that would change my present and future, but in all reality, though, would it? Because I would still give myself the information I know today, and because I would still want to be where I am today, but like a better version of myself, if that makes sense at all. Some would say, well, but yeah, some would say this would be a bad idea because there could be multiple outcomes to this, but in general, I don't really see it that way, because it could go multiple ways. It could go worse, or it could be so much better. Not that I'm complaining about my life or anything. Then again, everything does have consequences, and my choices that I had made in my life make me the person who I am today. It also could be cool to go in the future to see where I am as a person and to see what the world would look like and become. Maybe this seeing the future and what the world looks like coming back to the present after seeing the future, it could, like, again, go multiple ways. Like, if I go to the future and the future is shit, I'm obviously going to come back to the present and try and change my ways or try and change the world before it ever gets that way. And maybe this is just my imagination or I watch too much Doctor Who, but with a time traveling machine, it would be cool to explore the universe without all that extra time needed traveling with a spaceship. So hear me out. Where do you know that there may be other universes beyond our own? It would be fascinating and cool to take the time machine and go visit other universes to see what they would be like and see if there would be like a parallel universe to ours, like something similar to ours. Well, side note, but even so, without a time travel machine, I get that Earth has different time zones. So when traveling the world, it's sort of like time traveling, right? Because you different time zone, which means that, well, Australia is like, what, 18 hours ahead of us? So if I go to Australia, I'm technically in tomorrow. And then come back, it's like I'm redoing the whole entire day over again. That'd be pretty badass, wouldn't it? But there's like another really interesting topic that I have is planes of existence, and generally there are 7 or 8 different planes of existence, like physical, astral, mental, spiritual planes. But the plane that I'm most interested in is astral projection plane. Astral meaning spirits considered the entities to become completely separate from the concept of astral spirit as something that was considered to be part of or attached to the human body or soul. This plane is interesting because this is the place where souls cross on the way to being born. So, like, when you're born and when you die. So, like, after death, your soul leaves your body. And sometimes spirits have a trouble crossing over and they get stuck in this plane. I have stumbled across ghosts of few times in my life over the years, and I also contacted the other side with the Ouija board with little to some success. But in my I think it would be pretty cool to be able to, if it would be possible with this time machine that we could to go to also, besides other universes, to be able to travel to other planes of existence, like the astral plane, or have a better way to cross over, oh god, what's that movie called? Insidious. That's the movie. Insidious, where one of the movies where the little boy goes to sleep and he's able to, in his sleep, go to the astral plane, and that would actually unfortunate for him, but it would still, I've seen the movies, but I think it would be pretty cool, I guess. Well, I guess not for the person, but it'd be pretty cool to be able to cross that way. You just go to sleep and be able to experience paranormal. But again, it would also kind of suck at the same time because that'd be like a kind of like a shitty life, I guess, because you could never really sleep. Because every time you would fall asleep, you go into a coma and end up stuck over there. But if there was a way that we didn't have to experience the astral plane, I think that would be like pretty cool to do. So even if like this time or my imaginary time machine could experience that, to be able, not just time machine, but allow me to cross over to the astral plane. But no such thing even exists. So I guess I'll just take the Ouija board, considering it's Friday night. I mean, it would be pretty cool to have a time machine, though. And there are conspiracies that there are such thing as a time machine, but according to human history, I don't think there is such thing as a time machine yet. I mean, it'd be pretty dope if there was one, though. And there is so much between this and time travel we don't understand and aren't able to reach out as humans and interest to be able to get further in the research of these topics. But, yeah. Well, that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this week's topic on It's Whatever, right? Again, I'm your host, Jen, and don't forget to subscribe. If you're new, share and like this podcast. And I do have a Patreon. If you guys want to go check it out. And my podcasts are now out on Apple or iTunes. Yeah, Apple iTunes, the podcast channel. So if you guys want to go check that out, that'd be pretty cool. Until next time, bye.